Hey guys, Scott Thompson, MCA of Millionaires founder. Just wanted to say hello to everybody and thank you guys and congratulate you to making it to this video. This video, we're going to talk about a lot about offline marketing. Offline marketing, if done right, is actually going to be where you're going to experience the maximum amount of growth with the least amount of work. But what's going to happen is that you're going to give it more of a business type of feel when you do the offline marketing. So the simplicity of the offline marketing is why 99% of the teams that are in MCA don't do it. Okay, they just rather stay at home, hide behind a computer and stuff like that. If that's you, great, do that. Okay, keep doing that. But I believe in relationship marketing. I believe in relationship marketing and stuff like that. I believe that building relationships with people is the way to go, because if I'm building a relationship with somebody, even if it's on a personal level and whatnot, instead of just having somebody that will just quit without telling you and quit MCA and put in their resignation and stuff like that, and then you guys notice a chargeback on your check and you're like, what? You know, and stuff like that. Instead of being surprised, these are the people to where you're going to build a personal relationship. And if they have any stresses or questions or problems and stuff like that, they're going to be more willing to come to you, because a lot of the people quit MCA and TVC for some very stupid reasons. Okay, I say stupid to be not so much blunt, but I'm not going to lie to you, I'm blunt. Because some of the reasons that I've heard from people and why they quit was stuff that could have been worked out with one phone call. But if we're always hiding behind a computer and everything's 100% online and doing that, I mean, we're not going to have that personal relationship. So even if you have somebody that comes in automatically into your team from one of the websites and all that stuff, make sure you call them and you build a relationship with them. Let them know who you are. Let them know your cell phone number. Let them know when you work and stuff like that on this business and everything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about offline marketing, because a lot of you guys want to have a more professional executive look. I love this. I do this more than anything when I'm in most of the cities. Matter of fact, we're in South Texas right now down by the beach. I don't have access to some of the stuff I'm about to show you, but it's made me say that, you know, in the next week and a half, we're going to move back to Dallas. We're going to go up to Dallas so I can work this holiday season, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing in the Dallas area. And again, I mean, this is if you're like wanting to go build in this big city. Now, if you live in a suburb of like a big city, say like you're in a suburb of Chicago and you live an hour and a half away from Chicago and whatnot, this is something that you'll want to do to where you can hop on the train, go to the big city, or take the Greyhound first thing in the morning, go spend the day in the big city and stuff like that, come back that night, or just spend the $40 for a hotel room at Motel 6, you know, go do a big recruiting thing up in the city, you know, whatever the situation is. Again, it's all tax write-off as long as it has something to do with your business. So, you guys remember TVC, we went ahead and clicked on sales support, and the trainer's manual, we talked about this in the first video when we talked about the paperwork. Now, what I want to do is I want to focus a lot about this application for an interview, okay? Before I do this, well, no, actually, we'll go straight into this. What I want to do is I want to have people that are going to treat it like a business, but I also want salespeople too. I want salespeople out there selling the memberships, bringing customers, you know, customer acquisition people. I want customer service people. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are looking for a job right now to where that they want something that has a more of a job feel than a business feel. Does that make sense? It's a mentality to them. A lot of people cannot grasp the concept that they need to make money, not a job. They don't need a job, they need to make money. They're two totally different things going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a lot about how to work with those people out there in the job mentality. I saw a picture of Chicago. Chicago School District was looking for like 10 janitors, and they were offering $11 an hour, and they were interviewing at one of the civics halls. There were over like, what was it, 15,000 people that lined up for hours trying to get those 10 slots. For hours, 15,000 of them. But, you know, if you were to call them up and say, hey, you know, how would you like to work from home and stuff like that, and on your own home-based business, you know, they probably wouldn't have lined up. So it had a whole job feel to them, which, you know, whatever their mindset is, again, You don't need a job. You need to make money. They're two different things. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to maximize and how to hone in on those people that have that type of mindset. Now, we might take, no, I probably could do it all in one video. 2 videos to do this. If I do, then there'll be a part 2 down below. But, it's a very important that you understand that those people exist. Now, this application for interview, this is like, one of the first 5 pages. What I would do is I would recommend print out maybe like 100 of these. You can go to Kinko's and get 100 of them for $10, or 50 of them for $5, whatever you want to do. But this is a nice piece of paperwork, and I'm going to show you how to use these real quick. So you're going to want to make sure you have plenty of these right here. And, you're going to want to make sure you have plenty of the personal scores, okay? And we'll talk more about that here in a second. What you really want to do is make sure you go through this packet, starting right here at the application interview. Successful behavior patterns tells you what to look for and everything like that. Behavior patterns, you could make a sheet on the people that you're interviewing and stuff like that. You could do this on the phone when you're talking to them before you schedule an interview. Here's what I love about this is the actual scores. Okay, and again, this has a lot to do with offline marketing. Now, say like when you're doing, the scores and, anything that scores between 17 and 21 is an associate future managers. These are people that are just going to be sales associates. These are the people you're going to teach how to recruit other sales associates. Okay, does that make sense? Big difference. Now, you see right here, main occupation, skilled manual carpenter, 1 point, 1.2 point. Where do you get that information? Here. Skilled. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can actually make a point system for the people that you're interviewing to find out where they're going. Of course, here are some of the interview questions. You can print out some of these and do this too. So what this is this is pretty much a way for you to do interviews and talk with the people and stuff like that in order to do it on a one-on-one basis, like a person-to-person basis. Okay? And then, if you also notice in this back office is that there are presentation books, talking about the compensation and whatnot, summaries of everything going on. What I would do is I put together like a little presentation. I have a personal presentation. What I did is I took one of the books that describes the plan and the compensation plan and took it to Kinko's, printed them out. Again, it cost me 10 cents a piece for black and white. I think I could get a full color laminated for like $30, whatever. But, even if you don't do that, just have your laptop nearby or have an iPad or something like that nearby to do this. If you don't have a laptop and iPad, go to Kinko's and spend the 10 cents a piece and print out a presentation guide and do that. Now, how are you going to do this, guys? There's actually a website called Craigslist. Okay? Then you have Monster.com. You have all these places to where you could go to. Let's take Craigslist, for example, here. Craigslist.org. Say like tomorrow I'm going to be in Dallas doing interviews. Or I want to be in Dallas and I want to do something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the Dallas-Fort Worth Craigslist, and then I'm going to actually look at resumes. I'm going to look at resumes, come down here to gigs, jobs, resumes. And then I'm going to look at resumes and find out who's doing what. Advertising ADs at home. All right, seeking to earn extra cash. I'm going to find people that look like they're looking for something and schedule interviews for them to meet me tomorrow at my office in the cities, which I'm going to show you a nice little perk about that here in a minute. I'm going to show you how we can do that. This is going to be 2 videos, so we'll talk more about the office thing in the second video. But I'm going to go through the resumes. I'm going to go through the resumes and find out who's looking for jobs. As you can tell, Dallas is, there's a lot of people that are looking for jobs. I'm going to call them up, find out what they're doing, let them know I'm looking for customer service representatives, tell them where I'm going to be interviewing at, what times, schedule a time for them to do it, to come out and do the interview, okay? And then before they come out, I could fax this to them, and make sure they have this ready and brought to the interview. But the point is that I know my market. It is a lot easier to have people that are looking for you, okay? It's a lot easier to attract people that are looking for you and what you've got than it is for you to go out there and try to find people that you think of them. I tell people this, that it's a lot easier to find people that are looking for jobs and offer them a job than it is for somebody to own a legitimate online home-based business and then use it from there. And, hey, this person needs to make money. Because it's a whole mindset to them. These people right here, they're looking for a job mindset. And I would go back about 3 or 4 days, and geez, as you can tell, there's probably about 100 postings just for Saturday alone, and it's only 5 p.m. on Saturday. But you know, like Friday look like this. You guys will notice that Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are the biggest days for posting these ads. You know, these people posting their resumes, because those are the days that they realize that their jobs suck and they have no money to go out with friends this weekend or whatever it is. The thing about Dallas is, you know, that Dallas and Fort Worth are within an hour of each other. There's a train that goes between the two, so obviously there is no Fort Worth, so that was kind of a bad one. Well, it is Fort Worth also. But, you know, find out. Okay, Fort Worth right there. You know, find out who's what and where and stuff like that. And if you can meet them at an office that's halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth, that would be even better. But then again, they could hop on a train in Fort Worth and be in Dallas in 45 minutes for like, I think it's like $4 round trip. So if there's a will, there's a way. That's just the way to do it. Now also, say like in Dallas, if Dallas is your closest major city, come here and post in the you know, customer service section that you're looking for customer service representatives. If you guys want ads, we'll put some ads out there and send them to you in an email. Send me an email, scott@mcamillionaires.com, and I'll send you some of the ads that we use. Put an ad up there. When they get results, when they send you a thing telling you that they, you know, are interested in the customer service job for MCA Motor Club, here's my resume and stuff like that. Take a look at the resume, see if they'll be a big fit. Get a schedule out and then schedule interviews to meet with these people. Separate it out for 30 minutes. And again, you could either have them fill out the application for the interview before they come or when they come and meet you. And we'll talk more about that here in a second. I'm going to show you guys how to have over a couple thousand offices all throughout the continental U.S. for $29 a month. Yeah, $29. And it's a business write-off, and it gives you a big office feel. And we'll talk about that in the second part of this video. So offline marketing, and again, just come here, put up some ads. You know, mid-cities, obviously with being in the Dallas area, I would post an ad in every single customer service section here, all of Dallas. And then that way, you know, I would do it a couple days before I get there, 3 or 4 days before I get there. So that way I could get a couple hundred people, go through them, sort through them, make sure they have the application for an interview, and then have them come, and then meet with them one-on-one. Okay? When I'm meeting with them one-on-one, I'm going through the interview process. I'm looking at their application. I'm looking for the successful behavior patterns. I probably have a worksheet for them. I definitely have this one, the score, you know, based on their information on application. And I talk to them about sales, you know. And again, here's how to use the interview form. Tell me a little about your experience and what you're looking for. Blah, blah, blah. Have you ever managed a location or an area? You know, it's insane at how much work it looks like, but it's actually not once you actually learn the process. So we'll talk about the office feel here in a second. I'll see you guys on the next video, okay? Talk to you in a minute.